Brady Yates. This one is driven deep to right center field. Forget about it. Brady Yates breaks through. It's 2-0 Virginia.
And you gotta love the sportsmanship. Maybe one of my...
This is going to be a spicy video. The first clip that you guys saw today was a clip of a Little League pitcher giving up a ding-dong and then high-fiving the guy that hit the home run. So I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below. Is that considered sportsmanship, or do you think that's crossing the line? In my opinion, they're 12 years old and I don't really care. A lot of people on Twitter were saying, yo, you never do that. If that was my son, I would take him off the field. Settle it in the comment section down below, because I'm on the side of just, they're 12 years old, let the kids play, as I'm wearing the Let the Kids Play shirt. So that's just me. Anyways, let's start talking about some Major League Baseball. I am so happy that the Tampa Bay Rays were able to get a walk-off victory, because this was a candidate for the most boring game of the entire year. So we're just gonna go ahead and get to it. The Rays with the walk-off, congratulations. It was a snooze fest.
And a high shot back into deep right center. That ball is gonna be off the wall. Extra bases, Sogard into second.
The 2-2 pitch. Swinging a high drive. Right center field. Headed back to the wall. It gets down for a base hit. Running third.
The following clip is going to be brought to you by our sponsor, Seatgeek. If you're going to any sporting events or concerts anytime soon, it's pretty much a free ticket if you use code Fuzzy. So now that we have that out the way, we have to talk about Josh Hamilton returning back to Texas. At one point, he was my favorite player in all of baseball. So to see him back in Texas, I thought it was a lot of fun. But the Twins, they had other ideas about how the game was going to go as they steal a victory. The Twins, they're now 2.5 games ahead of the Indians, which is just, it's not fun. But the Twins, I think they have 8 players with 15 or more home runs, which is just ridiculous. Hashtag juice baseballs. Got to get that in there.
Digging in.
Swinging a high fly ball into right and deep. Mazzara going back as he hammers one high and deep to center field. Back it goes, deep it goes, and way out of here.
Gleyber Torres is really good at baseball. I was watching the Indians versus the Yankees game yesterday. It was actually a pretty good game. The final score was 6-5 in favor of the Bronx Bombers. Now, one thing I want to note that I completely forgot, when Aroldis Chapman came in to pitch, the announcers for the Indians brought up how Gleyber Torres actually came to the Yankees in a trade from the Cubs in exchange for Aroldis Chapman. So the Cubs, they won their World Series, but then Aroldis Chapman signed directly back with the Yankees, and they got Gleyber Torres. So who do you think won that trade? The Yankees because they got Chapman and Torres, or the Cubs because they won their first World Series? If you're a Cubs fan, let me know. I have a serious question for you guys. So the Red Sox are on a 4-game winning streak right now, and yesterday they were able to beat the Baltimore Orioles. So I need you guys to let me know. I'm asking a lot of questions today. Today's going to be a fan day because I love you guys. But does this mean that the Red Sox are now on a good pace to win more games, or do you think that the AAA Orioles are just an easy team to beat? Because, I mean, they've had a few good games the last week, so I don't know. Are the Red Sox on the come-up? I don't know.
Wilkerson going up the middle. Bogarts 2. Slide. What a scoop. Guns. Close, and he got him. Behind DJ LeMahieu. High fly. Left field. That's carrying back. Gone into the seats.
And this is what he can do. I mean, this is what makes him just such a dangerous...
I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the baseball world is not talking about what is happening in Chicago. Kris Bryant is quietly going off. He did not have the best last season because he was injured, and a lot of people were saying that Kris Bryant was overrated, but Kris Bryant this year has 26 home runs. He has a 930 OPS. The guy is raking, and luckily the Cubs bullpen, they were able to save the game, and I mean that literally. They were able to save the game because they blow so many saves, it's actually unreal. So yeah, Cubs, enjoy this dub.
Back out there for the 7th, and a drive to deep left. It is gone. Cubs lead 1-0. KB Lester, he guys at the plate. He represents the tying run. Baez will pick it up.
You guys saw the title of the video, or at least I think it's going to be the title of the video. So yesterday we saw Mike Trout and Cody Bellinger tie each other with 41 homers apiece, which is top in all of baseball. Christian Yelich was the top dog for a long time, but then he had a back injury, but he's back, and he said, you guys are not going to win this. I'm going to go ahead and smack 2 home runs in a slugfest down at Washington Nationals Park, I think that's what it's called. But man, if you missed this game, you might want to go watch the full highlights because it was craziness.
That is 28th save in last night's game. Yelich to left, deep to the wall, gone for Saturday night's game. And there it goes, right field, Christian Yelich. Gone! And the Brewers are out in front.
The last question I have for you guys, I promise, because I completely forgot to ask yesterday who is going to be the home run leader. Now we have to factor in Yelich because he's back tied for the lead. Is it going to be Yelich? Is it going to be Trout? Is it going to be Bellinger, Acuna, Pete Alonso? Heck, Jorge Soler is raking right now. And at this point, there's a kid named Aristides Aquino. He might be coming for that title. He might hit 60 in the next 30 games. It's going to happen. I'm telling you guys, the Athletics are almost 20 games above 500. And if they sneak into that wild card spot, and if they actually make the playoffs, let's say they beat the Rays or the Indians, watch out for the A's because they're going to make some noise. And they're proving it with their bats and their pitching right now. They play the last game against Houston today, so I'm going to knock on some wood. But yeah, the Astros, only 6.5 games back in the West after being almost 11 games back. Wow.
Bases loaded, walk ties the game.
Here's the 1-0.
That ball's going to fall in for a base hit. That's a base hit into right. Grossman will be waved around. He'll score. And a ground ball towards the middle. Simeon has it.
The next two games that I want to talk about, the reason why I'm grouping them together is because they were kind of games where they were trading runs. Like one team would score, then the other team would score. So the first one is going to be the Blue Jays versus the Mariners. Now the Mariners, wait, who won this game? I'm brain farting right now. So the Blue Jays, actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and just bring up the teams, and then we're going to go ahead and show you who won the game. So we have the Blue Jays versus the Mariners, and then after that we have the Atlanta Braves versus the Dodgers. So I'm actually curious. I don't remember who won this ball game. I remember who won the Blue Jays game, but for your guys' entertainment, we're going to go ahead and just play it. So we have the Braves and the Dodgers, Mariners, and the Blue Jays. Roll it.
1-2 here to Nolan. That's drilled left field. And it's the
afternoon.
bringing a high fly ball to left.
For 3 this afternoon.
Maybe that's it, Mike. Down the line. Hits the pole, and it's a payoff pitch to Bichette. Strike 3 call.
2-0. Beatty drills one down the line to right towards the
line drive deep toward the Braves bullpen. There's another scorcher. Wallop.
1-2 pitch. Max Muncy
Popped him up. Donaldson says he's got it. And Atlanta's on the board against the Dodgers.
Moving on over, we just brought him up. The rookie for the Cincinnati Reds, Aristides, I'm pretty sure I said his name right, Aquino, just set another record. He has 11 home runs in just 16 Major League Baseball games, which is a record. After that, we're going to go ahead and show another slugfest down at Coors Field. The Rockies, they were playing the Marlins, so sometimes the Marlins show up and they actually play really well, but most of the time they don't really do that well, and the Rockies, they took advantage of that yesterday.
16 career games and high drive. Straight away center field. Aristides! I mean, this is just, it's beyond unbelievable because it's never happened in the history of Major League Baseball. Ever. Every player in the history of the game, no one has done.
Drive to center field by Lewis Brinson. Going back, Tapia at the wall. Did he get it? 3.
This ball hammered again, deep center field. Take a good. This ball's well hit to left field. Way back, and Desi's got yards.
The Padres were able to put up a 5 spot in the 4th and the 5th innings as they were able to help starting pitcher Dinelson Lamet. I think he gave up 3 runs to the Phillies in the first couple innings, but then he was able to settle down the offense, said, "We got your back." So Padres fans, what do you think is going to happen going forward? Because I know that Fernando Tatis Jr. is out, so do you think that the other players are going to step up, or do you think that the season a wash? Is because, at least in my opinion, the season's been a wash for at least a week or 2 now.
Naylor lifts it into left field. This is going to be trouble. It gets down and heads to the corner. Lamet will come around to score. Margot behind him and away.
Pitch, ground ball right side. That's a base hit to center field. Hoppy is bringing home Hosmer. That's stomach high. 3-2. Ground ball to Eric Hosmer. Gold glove grab to the bag.
Jacob deGrom is showing the world that he is still the best pitcher, at least maybe top 2 or 3 pitchers in all of baseball. In his last 7 starts since the All-Star break, I'm knocking on wood so I don't jinx this, so you Mets fans can't get mad at me, but he has a 1 ERA in those 7 starts since the All-Star break, so the guy is an absolute animal right now. Pete Alonso factors in an RBI. The Mets, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not jinxing anyone. Not today.
3-2, runners go. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. It trickles in shallow center. Gathered by Merrifield. Fired to the plate with a run in. Cut off by Hill. Brom's last man. Swing and a miss. Fastball up, strike 3.
Big strikeout from Jacob deGrom as he gets Ryan O'Hearn.
The last two games that I want to recap, I'm not really too sure why I'm putting these teams together, but they were just kind of, random games that don't really mean anything. The San Francisco Giants, Brandon Belt had a grand day. You get that? Because he had a grand slam. So we're going to go ahead and show that. And then the Angels were able to storm back against the White Sox. They narrowly won. So yeah, Giants fans, Angels fans, you're welcome.
Trying to do some damage, and he's done some damage in this series.
Belt swings and launches one. High and deep. Right field. It is gone. A grand slam from Brandon Belt here in the second. And the Giants now lead 4-2.
Batter here.
Lays out. Swings and pulls it to left field. There's a base hit. Brent Heifer will score. Ohtani being waved around. He'll score easily. One out. Pulled toward third and under the glove.
Batter. Here's the next one, and that's nowhere close. That's ball 4. A bases loaded walk gives the Angels a 6-5.
Make sure you guys let me know in the comment section down below. The very first intro clip. If you were a pitcher, would you high-five the kid that just hit a home run off you? Or if you were a parent, would you say, don't ever do that again? Otherwise, you're not getting Hot Pockets and Otter Pops when you get home. Or going to Chuck E. Cheese after. I don't know what you guys did if you won a baseball game. But thank you all so much for watching. Remember to use code Fuzzy on Seatgeek to save $20. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.